Alright everyone, welcome back to Timber and Stone. We're going to go ahead and pick off pretty much where we were at the end of last episode. And the first thing that we're going to need to do is one, make sure our storage needs are being met. We have a little bit of time, for sure, at the moment. And also, what I want to do is actually put some seeds up for sale. It looks like we have a bunch of extra pumpkin and a bunch of extra turnip seeds. So I'm going to put these up to sale just because we're going to need it. I'm not going to try and sell any of our corn seeds. I want to try and increase our currency in case we start running low on materials. We can start purchasing things when using the merchant. Let's see. I want to also make sure we are harvesting a lot of lumber because the buildings we are going to be constructing is going to take a fair amount of wood. And as you can see over here near our wonderful log pile that we created last episode, he's pretty much already cleared most of the land, though for some reason it just feels like we haven't been getting much lumber from it. I mean, look at all these trees we cut down. I think we get about 8 per tree, maybe? I don't know, let's see. How long is this gonna take? Colleen, do your job, come on. We're gonna watch him for just a second. I'm gonna make this go double time. This thing done. I wanna see how much he gets per tree here. Just so we can calculate easily about how many trees we need to cut down to build certain structures. So we get about 7, 8 if we remove the stump, probably. Maybe when his skill is higher, because right now he's level 18, he might get even more logs at 20. He might bump it up just a little bit more, 1 or 2 extra. I don't know really how the system fully functions. Other than that, we're just going to pretty much construct this building here. And we have so much wheat right now that I kind of want to make a thatched house here. That way we get away from these tiled roofings and just bring in another color. So this is just going to be another small house for our citizens here. So we'll go into the construction tab, go into roofing, and actually before that I need to bring up the walls just a little bit more over this front. So I'm gonna have a peak here, and then it's gonna basically turn in that direction. So to do so, let's go full timber, drag this out, something like that, and then we'll have a peak on this end as well. I'm hoping at some point I can figure out how to construct vertically. I know you can, just I haven't been able to find anything about that online just yet. We also need to make sure we have a carpenter, so Lawrence can quickly go back to being a carpenter for us for a little while. And you know, I love how this looks, our wonderful farmland and all of that. We have finished laying out the basic floor plan for the windmill once we get started constructing this, and this will of course house even more wheat for us. And look at me, I'm returning from a hunt for a nice sized boar. I basically just bring this over just so I can kill it without having to send out a forager, because I don't really want to switch jobs for that. Resource wise, anything that we can process, not really at the moment. How about cloth? We have no wool, we have no cotton, we have no flax, so oh well. Let's go ahead and check up on our mine. By the way, goblins, that's my phone. Ignore that whistle, that's not part of the episode at all. In fact, I'm just gonna go ahead and silence my phone now. You'll notice we have this awesome gray kind of effect by our mine, and what that is goblins came over about a couple of days ago when I wasn't recording by chance, and they actually set fire to this entrance. It looked really cool, and it left a pretty nice charred surface, which I think is a really nice effect. I do want to get rid of all the scaffolding because I had to build this to harvest some materials that were still in the roof itself. And our miner is still mining away, getting a bunch of things done. Gotta make sure we get all this copper. You can, if you hover over a square and hold Q, you can see what you're looking at for sure if you guys are a new player. Just like me, I don't know anything and everything about this game, especially construction. Construction, I feel, is probably something that I really know nothing about. So, there's that. Cancel that design. And check up on our building over here. Maybe even add a little bit more walls onto it. So it looks like I'm basically hitting the limit here. For how tall the builder can actually work. So I'm gonna construct also a utility scaffolding, just so he can get up on the walls. Even though it looks like he's kind of climbing the fence as scaffolding as we're working on this itself. Still running at double time speed, and let me switch back to a stonemason just for a little bit. I really need to get metal hose. If I can get metal hose, it'll help out so much. I don't know how much longer they last than stone, but it's getting a little absurd with how often I need to replace them. But they are constantly working. I mean, I don't think there's a time when they're awake that they're not digging away at food production. So, how's our seeds doing? Yeah, we have about 40 extra wheat seeds right now. I don't know how often we gain them or replace them or how that's really working. So I'm gonna hold off on selling those still. A spider has been spotted by Lewis. So we'll go ahead and get the guards on that. Here is Karakos coming over. Might as well, I mean, he is the highest level guard that we got. Might as well just basically call him the captain of the guard. He has a short sword at the moment, a buckler, an arming cap, and a brigandine. Brigandine? I don't really know how to pronounce that correctly, but it's the best tailor armor that you can get. I think it gives about 12% damage reduction. If I look here, armor, 12% damage reduction, which is really nice. Next upgrade, of course, is a chest piece made of actual metal, and eventually we'll want to get a cuirass for him, and that's going to be pretty expensive later on. Humphrey has pretty much the same gear as well. Short sword, arming cap, buckler. It's all the same. Would be nice to get some upgraded weapons as well, and I think the next citizen that we get, we might throw him as a archer. We have an archery target and training dummy as well. Actually, we did gain an engineer, and really, from what I can tell, the only thing he's good for is to build these type of buildings for training your troops. If I can find him. It's not Zacchaeus, it's not Bernard. Bernard's our builder. Yeah, I don't know off the top of my head. I can't remember exactly who it was. Celeste, I guess. This person who's just idling over here is currently our engineer. He's not really good at anything else, which is kind of a shame. But we could easily make him some type of useful thing. Maybe a permanent trader. That would be interesting. Yeah, permanent trader. So that way our farmer doesn't have to swap out at times. A permanent trader I think would be pretty cool to have, and make sure he levels that up really nice. what else do... food storage is getting a little tight. Already 10 minutes into the video. Need to finish construction of this thing. I really want to get this done before the end of the episode. So, do that. And then also we need... where is the roofing? Thatched roof. We have so much thatch that might as well use it. Something like that will go there. And then we can bring this up like so. Now obviously the roof's going to widen here, so I'm going to have to build basically the same thing on this side to make a little bit of sense. So construction, walls, go full timber. Guess we'll have a little bit of a gap there. It's a too high block, so people can still fit under it. And we'll go back into roofing and select our wonderful thatched roof. It is kind of getting nighttime though, and I didn't really want to build at night or show much gameplay at night, just because it gets really dark for you guys and hard for you to see and things like that. So I think at some point I'm going to have to essentially do a skip once night happens. Plus everyone falls asleep. You guys, I doubt, want to see a whole bunch of people sleep. Where is our carpenter? He was a stonemason for a little bit, so he's obviously taking a break. We're definitely gaining a lot of stone, which is nice. Love the looks of these street torches. Let's go ahead and do something a little interesting here. I want to first see if there's any enemies, because if I do this, I won't be able to protect quite as well. Everything looks pretty safe, which is nice, except for Undead Island. I mean, it's about as undead as it's ever been. Whoa. That's a necromancer. I haven't faced one of those yet. And we're gonna have to keep an eye on these guys, because that's gonna be a problem in the long run. Luckily, they're very isolated right there. But that is a boss, for sure. So, let's just ignore them for a little bit. Come back over here, and let's run around his Caracas a little bit. So if we switch him to an adventurer, what you can do is you can actually take control. And we're in first person now in our town, and you can actually move around, you know, go into all these buildings and check it out. Can I use these? Gee, no. I know you can open chests if they have armors and tools and stuff, and you can go up the stairs and check everything out in a first-person view. I think this is a really cool feature. It reminds me a lot of the old SimCities games, when you can just like drive around your town. Just really nice and serene. Get to see all the torches we built, and then also if you come over here, the road is nice and lit from our beacons as well. So we can go back into the game, switch him back to a wonderful infantryman, and he'll be protecting us a little bit longer. So let's see, let's go ahead and, for one thing, resources, process. Need to make another ingot here. Look at our blacksmith. Oh, he's level 6? That's wonderful. Okay, so since he got level 6, I can make some useful things. Let's go ahead and make 2 solid pickaxes. And we'll do 4 solid hose. Now the nice thing, you get 4% bonus resources. I mean, that's awesome. Then we'll get a solid axe as well. And I almost feel like we're going to need solid tongs for the blacksmith eventually, because he's going to be cranking things out like this. So, I think that'll be pretty cool. I didn't even know the better resources like that were just so much more efficient, I guess. Put you back to a stonemason for a little bit. Construction, walls, full timber. Don't know how I want to handle this section of the roof just yet. Okay, I think I know how I want to do it. Let's do construction, roofing, thatch. Let's just round the corner off. I think that's the best way to handle that. And then from here, we can do something. Ugh, I don't know. It's starting to get a little messy. This roof might take a couple iterations to get right. Oh, okay. I think I know what I'm doing wrong here. So I'm treating this section almost like this when it needs to be treated like this end. Exactly. And so that way the roof will just line up naturally. So let's do that. Construction, walls, full timber. To delete zones, I don't know if I went over this, is Alt and Shift. I'm pretty sure I covered it last episode, but I just want to be 100% sure everyone's going to be on the same page. So something like that. Timber here. And then that'll have to be timber. Skip that one. No, that stays. I think. Maybe. Go back into double time. Wow, just this farm is going so well. We have 1,000 food. Our lumberjack is still, you know, kind of keeping ahead of the curve, which is nice. It's evening now, though, so everyone's pretty much going to be going to bed here shortly, as soon as it hits nighttime. Still got plenty of feed in the trough. Trader's just kind of hanging out, doing nothing. He's got a strong back. Carry probably some extra stuff. He's lazy and clumsy though. Just what we look for in a trader. You really want this guy to be like, oh, I need some help. Do a quest for me. My goods got stolen because I'm clumsy. But I can carry a lot of shit. It's basically how that goes. If you think in D&D. Construction, roofing, thatch. I really probably shouldn't be using all my thatch like this. But I feel like it's a wonderful idea. Then, let's see, we need a corner piece. Is it here? Yes. Something like that. That'll be a nice little section of roof. Then also, boom, boom. We need a construction wall. If I knew how to do like the vertical command, man, I would definitely do it. But I just don't. Don't know how. There'll be 2 beds in here as well. And I don't have the resources at the moment to do that. But as soon as I do, I definitely will. I feel like we might need a second feeding trough at some point. If it gets to a point we can't keep enough wheat in there overnight, we'll have to increase our storage capacity for the animals. Let's harvest another sheep as soon as possible as well. Try and get some wool from it when we kill it and bring it back over. Let's get rid of these tree stumps. And then I think that's about all I can do for the remainder of night. And I'll be back, I guess, for the morning, because I want to finish this building up for this episode. It might run a little long, but you guys will just have to deal with it. You get an extra long episode. Congratulations. So yeah, be back in the morning. Okay, everyone. We're back in the morning of day 30. Construction is resuming on our thatched hut here, and it should be finished today. Not a whole lot else going in the town. People are just going about their business, collecting all their wonderful pieces of resources. You know, just going about our day. Roofing, more roofing. If it's not medieval engineers, it's this. We're just talking about roofing on this channel, like, all the time, and how important it is. Now you'll notice I'm using this kind of field stone for the caps of the roof. I don't know why. I just wanted something a little different. It looks a little weird, but that's okay. It's allowed to. So there, and then for this one we need a nice little corner. And I'm assuming we're gonna need one for this side here. And put a normal one there. And we can put a normal direction going this way. Eventually this is gonna have to connect. We'll have a bit of a flat top for sure, but I don't think it'll look too bad. And then we'll put 2 beds in there as soon as we get enough fabric. Let me actually just see if I can't process any cloth. Yes. So we can go ahead and make 10 or so, which is great. That'll give us enough resources to make 2 more beds. Design. I think final couple pieces of roof here. Thatch. So there. And then go back to flooring and get this. Oh, a new migrant coming into town. Now I said I do want to make an archer, and this is what he's going to be. He may not be the best at it, but is what it is. So, Jennifer. Miss Jennifer. That's who we have right there. Pretty cool, if I must say so. We're just going to go ahead and make you an archer. So, where are the archer? Where is it? Archer. Anywhere? There you are. Also gonna go maintain her inventory. Tell you to pick up a nice bow. And I don't know what the different arrows mean. LQ arrows? Low quality, I guess. We'll equip you with 20 arrows at all times, I guess. And then also, in the settings here, we can tell you to train using archery targets that are engineer built over in this direction. So that'll be pretty cool. She can get some levels on her own. Construction, flooring. Not flat stone, it's not paved stone. What is it? Is it paved stone? No. Not flat stone. What did I use for this? This is field stone. Walls? There we go. It's in the wall section. And that'll actually finish up this kind of weird looking home. I'm okay with it, I guess. just okay with it. We'll go ahead and drop down a couple levels as well and design our wonderful interior furniture. We're gonna go with a blanketed bed. They take up less room, which is nice as well. So we'll have a nice gap just like that. And then also, let's go ahead and put a medium table in here. Wooden chairs. Nice 3-person thing there. A fireplace might be cool. Can I fit one? I think so. Yeah, fireplace. That's cool. Why not? Dresser. Fit that at the end of one of the beds. And there we go. Has a dirt floor, but that's alright. So that'll increase our bed count a little way. Looks like some spiders are coming into town. We'll just kill them. And let's see. Where is our archer at? What are you doing? You got stuff. Good. Military idle. Train. Do I have to bring you over to the archery target? Because there is one right there. You're not going to do anything? Humphrey, why are you not a soldier? Go back to infantry. Oh, crazy people. Crazy, crazy people. There you go. Now you're using the archery target. How much XP is that getting? Not bad. Oh, you're lazy. That's probably why you didn't want to train. Well, that's crappy. Why are you lazy? Are you losing arrows by doing this? No. You're getting them back. That's a nice feature, I think. I'm not wasting any resources. She's training. Everything's going well. This awkward looking building is awkward. And I think it's this front roof that makes it look a little awkward. So we're gonna try and fix that. I think the way to do this is to just add an extra layer. Walls. Fieldstone. Like that. Dig mine. Get rid of this section of roof. Double speed. Our food supply is doing wonderful. I need to expand our storage for it at some point. And this episode is really, really dragging on. Construction. Roofing. Thatch. So I think that will make it look a little bit better. I don't know how much. Actually, let's construct supporting walls just here to make it look almost porch-like. I feel like that'll help as well. So, okay. A little bit of an interesting building for sure. I'm gonna make you back into a stone mason, Lawrence. I don't think we need any more timber at the moment. Look on inside. You don't have any materials to craft a fireplace. What do you need? What do you need? Design. Objects. Furniture. Fireplace. Oh, you need some stone brick. I haven't made any of that yet. You need 12 of it. You got plenty to spare of dirt, so why not? Go make your 12 brick. You can do it. You're allowed. I believe in you. I just want a fireplace made. I haven't made one yet. keep making stone bricks, not the fireplace. Come on. You got like a lot more left. Get that done. Process materials, make another ingot here. Dirt. And there we have it. A nice little fireplace for our dirt hovel here. And we have beds. We have an end of an episode. And I think that's it. The small farming village is definitely taking shape. So, thanks for watching as always. If you guys are enjoying the content, feel free to subscribe. I know this ran on a little long, but this is kind of a testing of a new format to make it more of a Let's Play feel. So,